Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Dangerous Duke,
and your boy Stevie Jobber.
and welcome to the Dangerous Jobbers podcast. And for the next 15 minutes, we're running a segment called The Dark Match.
People have been asking me to be the best in the world. Why, Eddie, why? I'm better than you.
Why, I'm Tourette out in the back smoking a joint with Van Dam.
You know it.
Yo, welcome back to the Dangerous Jobbers podcast. This is another dark match. We got a lot to talk about. We realize this probably is the most exciting thing to come off this week of wrestling. So we're just going to do a dark match on the results of Bound for Glory.
Yes.
Getting just right into it. We don't got a lot of time. And I feel like there's a lot we can get out of this. So first match on the card, the X Division Championship, high-profile match. Every match on the card, high-profile. X Division Champion, Chris Sabin, the only man to hold it as many times as he has, versus New Japan legend, still uncrowned king, really, in Kenta. Kicking off the night, Chris Sabin and Kenta. And just, I mean, I feel like it's everything. Set the tone.
Yeah.
Everything it was supposed to be. Sabin retains. Did they make the right choice? How do you feel about it?
Yes, and yes. And not even for Sabin's sake, but for Kenta's sake, because Kenta showed, like you just said, really the uncrowned king. Kenta, ever the asshole in front of that Chicago crowd.
Yeah.
In case you guys haven't seen it, basically Kenta just teasing the GTS for the majority of this match, just getting the Chicago crowd like on their heels, just being the asshole that he can be. Doing the little taunt with the little head on the pillow, and he's like, "Nah, we're not doing it." It was an entertaining match, man. Kenta really did show out for this. I like how he embraced the villain role in a sense. So it just made it a lot more rewarding when Sabin was able to keep his title and remain X Division champion, the king of the X Division.
I love that, man. I love that for him. I love that for Kenta. I feel like Japan really showed out.
Yeah.
I feel like they got a really good partnership going on. Just such a great time for wrestling. A time in wrestling where we can have a match like the Monsters Ball with at the height of his character, Steve Macklin, most recent former Impact World Champion, Moose, former Impact World Champion, very big on Moose, Rhino, in our hearts forever.
Legend.
And the man that would happen to win this match, I mean, Frankenstein himself, PCO, is, I mean, what is this guy? Like, what is happening, man? What is happening with PCO?
Dude, we said it last pod, and I'm going to say it again this one. Never, ever can PCO go away. Like, we need PCO to be around forever. I want PCO in a wheelchair in the Monsters Ball match. The only gripe I have with this match is that it wasn't longer. It was one of the shorter matches on the card. I think it clocked in at like 10, 11 minutes. But I kind of wanted it to go longer. And they got a lot in for that 10, 11 minutes, however long that it was. Between PCO taking them bumps and Rhino and everybody else. I just wish it went longer. That's really the only gripe I have with it. The right person won in my book, PCO. Love that man to death. Can never get enough PCO. It was a good match. My only thing is it should have went longer for a Monsters Ball match.
I feel like PCO is like what Mick Foley would be if he just never stopped. Like,
dude, at this rate, I don't know. PCO might be,
but
a little
he's
more
like
extreme.
still athletic. in some sort of way.
Yeah,
Like, and PCO was unbelievable, man.
like never
PCO is
never let him go. Keep PCO forever.
and and a turn of events. You said that their match was really quick, and a shocking turn of events for me. A match that you said was probably the shortest match on the card. The Impact Tag Team Championships, the Rascals versus ABC, them Bullet Club boys,
Hmm.
bringing it home, and what ended up being a miscommunication between the Rascals, that spray paint coming back to haunt them,
Yeah.
tagging Wentz in the face by accident, and Wentz ended up taking the fall. Um, ABC champs again.
Well, I mean, you can't have Trey Miguel take the pinfall.
No, I I'm glad you said it because I was in my
Yeah.
head like, of course Wentz is the one that had
Yeah.
to take the L.
Yeah,
They're
it's not.
not about to let Trey take no L.
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna be Trey that's gonna do it. It's gotta be Wentz.
No disrespect to you, Wentz. We love you, Wentz, but Trey is Jay Uso.
No, no, he's Jimmy.
He's
Oh, no, no,
no,
no.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I thought you said
He's
Wentz was
Jimmy.
Jay. Yeah, no, no.
Wentz is Jimmy
Yeah, Wentz is Jimmy.
in this
Okay.
scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, right decision,
Yeah, right decision.
and I feel like it keeps the Rascals strong. They
Hmm.
didn't get a lot of time to show off, but the fact that it resulted in the loss the way that it did, and it was clean, but it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if the match was gonna be as short as it was, this was definitely the shortest match. So if it's gonna be as short as it was, to have some fuckery come afoot makes a little bit more sense, and it kind of like makes me sleep a little bit easier at night. So
Mhm.
I'm not entirely mad that the match was short. I wanted it to be longer and better, but I mean, at the end of the day, we got the right result in my book, so I'm not too upset about it.
Yeah, I feel like you said pretty much exactly how I feel. Yeah, they just they did what they could in the time that they had and made the right decision and did about the best job they could.
Hmm.
Now I want to spend a little time just saying, man, Will, Mike Bailey, Speedball, Aerial Assassin. I just want to apologize. I feel like we talked about what could have been match of the night, and we didn't spend quite enough time talking about this match. Maybe because we knew what it was about to be, but I don't think we really took the time to appreciate what they were about to do. Because
Yes.
if you go and you just watch the highlights, it felt like you were having a match um that was Tokyo Dome, um
Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom level quality main event match. Like the way they orchestrated the match, the way the atmosphere felt while they were in
Yes.
there, and the chances they took, and the how fluid they moved, but it wasn't too. I mean, it was art. It was a special thing you guys did in there, and we did not take the time to appreciate the masterpiece y'all were about to create. Like, we argued some other matches potentially being match of the night, and I think we just we slept on how much you were about to give us.
Well, I don't think it's so much that we slept on it. Like we knew the potential here was great, but we also were kind of nervous that when you have two people of this caliber in the ring, the chemistry might not always be there.
Mhm.
And I think that's kind of what had us on the fence here. Like we didn't want to put all of our chips in and take the bet on this. We kind of just like sprinkled it around the board and was like, all right, it could be this, it could be this. We didn't just go all in on one thing.
Mm,
And like you basically how you put it, hindsight is 2020
yeah.
because this was definitely without question probably the best match of the night.
I mean, oh my gosh.
Like that
They
Osprey showed for sure why he is arguably the best wrestler on the planet today, no question. And Mike Bailey showed he has one of the highest ceilings of anybody in the professional wrestling business today.
mhm.
Like you said, this was Tokyo Dome worthy magic right here, and it fell nothing short of that. So I mean, hats off to Osprey and Speedball because they did their thing. They showed up, showed out, and they did amazing. If you guys haven't watched that match, definitely go to YouTube, go anywhere that you can, and just watch the highlights from that match because it was incredible for the both of them.
I feel like it proved that Will Ospreay can just he can create a masterpiece with just about anybody.
Just about anybody, yes.
I mean, because and it doesn't have to be Japan.
Mm-hmm.
He can do it anywhere. He can do it in the States on the indies. He can do it on TV. He's Osprey really is underratedly probably one of the greatest today.
Yes. And that's
And
not even a question.
no question about it, man. And I feel like what that does for Speedball is on another level because Speedball's already proven that he's. I want to check how much time we have, so we don't spend too much time on it. Speedball really just proved that he can go at the highest level and why he's kind of carrying. He's like one of the pillars of Impact.
Mm-hmm.
I think that proved it. You know, that was one of those guys that is so good that he can hang in there with anybody that you had to bring somebody in to just kind of have a great match and just give him a spotlight.
Yeah, he definitely walked out of this match a better man and a better performer than he did walking in, and that's saying something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll write. This is a great one to run through. The call your shot gauntlet, right? Um, good things, shocking things, fun things, right? Hooving to Guerrera.
Mm-hmm.
I always love to see Hoovy. He's
Yeah.
one of my favorite cruiserweights. Um, so that was cool. I don't think he was in there very long.
No,
Jody Threat was in there. Shout out to Jody Threat. Love Jody Threat. Crazy Steve, notable name. One of the more interesting names, Sunny Kiss, debuted in Impact. Hopefully, Sunny Kiss is going to be there long term, full term.
absolutely. Yeah, I hope so too.
And the winner, Jordan Grace, I believe becoming the only knockout to win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet.
Yes.
I mean, rightfully so. You know, I feel like she's just about done it all. Everything but Impact champion, but she's pretty much done everything. Like
Yeah.
she's tremendous. I mean, left field. I will say left field, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, my Steiner math didn't really add up to her winning. Shout out to Dita Toy Hunter for that reference. But yeah, I mean, it's she's a wrestler of the pod, so I don't want to say anything bad, but it's not even that it's bad. It's just not how I predicted this going at all.
Yeah.
Not from the winner, not the final two, not like my thing is if you had Dirty Dango win spot number 20 for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, what's the point of having him be in and out as quick as he did? Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, why even have Jordan Grace and Bubba as the final two for the match? Neither one of them are gonna well, I can't even say that. Bubba wasn't really going to bring much significance. He already won it before. He doesn't need to win it again.
He, yeah, like, yeah.
And then Jordan Grace was also kind of a shocker there. I mean, what's the point of having her win? She doesn't really fit the mold of anybody who can even run at the title right now. I mean, whether she uses it for the knockouts title or even the men's world title. We can't even call it the men's world title anymore, just the world title at this point. She doesn't even fit the bill of somebody who can go for that at the moment. So, I mean, kind of confusing, but that's just me personally. I'm not
Mhm.
mad at her winning. It's just confusing to me. That's all.
Yeah, I'll end it just saying it is kind of an awkward choice for me only because I feel like Jordan Grace of all people doesn't need to win something like that. I feel like things like battle royals and ladder matches and gauntlets and things that are just meant to give opportunities to people that otherwise wouldn't have gotten them.
Mm-hmm.
That Jordan was kind of a weird choice. She's always been at the top of the division. So
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know, it was just kind of awkward. Yeah, so I'll end it with that. Like, it's not a bad thing. It just kind of came from left field.
pretty much.
Um, the story has been finished. Let's talk about the main event. Alex Shelley beats Josh Alexander.
This is what we love about good writing.
And what a double whammy. So let's talk about Shelley winning first.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the first big dub. Shelley wins. They chose Shelley. Shelley is the face of Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they shake hands at the end. Um, and just awesome. Awesome. How do you feel about the match? How do you feel about them deciding Alex Shelley is going to beat Josh Alexander?
I mean, dude, you had to finish the story. Thank you for at least one company
Mm-hmm.
giving us a story that we can finish and be happy with the finish.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Scott Demore.
I like it. I like the fact that it's the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that the guy is Alex Shelley.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's so cliche, right? But I just feel like he deserves it. Like, I feel like he deserves it. I feel like he deserves everything in the world in that company. Just the work he's put in, the people he's mentored, the type of
Yeah.
human being he is, I mean, everything about it. Alex Shelley is blood in that company, man. He is it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't say enough. So that's amazing, right? First big dub. Let's talk about the double whammy, okay? Scott Demore himself. Ah, God bless Scott Demore. Gives this big speech um in his classic yelling fashion. I feel like he's been yelling since Team Canada and it's just never stopped. That's like his whole
Mm-hmm.
promo
He
style.
don't he don't
It's
have that off
disdain.
switch.
He's just a 10 like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The more, he's thanking everybody that's been with the company through the ups, through the downs, that never forgot who they were at their best. People like us
Mm-hmm.
who have
Yeah.
always given them the benefit of the doubt because we remember when you were who you were and you were to be respected as such.
It's still real to
It
us.
was still real to us. We have never forgotten. So he gives thanks to all of them. He's like, because of you, um, TNA is back. January 14, 2024. It will be TNA Wrestling's hard to kill. And there was this big
TNA.
promo package
TNA.
that ends with the TNA chants and the classic logo. It's slightly updated, but the classic logo. And it just hits you at a place in your heart. Yeah, man. How do you feel about how do you feel about Impact becoming TNA once again?
Thank you. That's really all I can say. This is like it's like nostalgic in a way, but it's also like a long time coming. I feel like
Yeah.
Impact, TNA, whatever version you want to call it, was at its best as TNA, and I'm pretty sure everyone agrees.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity that's gonna just only benefit them. You figure you can get people that used to wrestle for you might want to come back now at this point. You know, you could get a return from like a AJ Styles. You could get a return from a Samoa Joe. You could
At
get a
any time,
real,
I feel like.
yeah, at any time. And then, you already got your people there, your EYs, your
Kaz.
Moose, Taz. Like you can get people that you could probably even get people that never even stepped foot through those doors. You never know. You could get a Nakamura at some point. You could get a Kevin Owens at some point. You could get the Young Bucks to pop up back in there. It's
I mean, if you want to,
the
I
possibilities.
mean, you don't have to. I mean, we already have booked.
No, but like the possibilities are endless. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
no,
like
yeah, the possibilities. Yeah.
the only thing I have to say about this, and this is an absolute must. If you're going to be TNA again,
Don't do
for
it.
the love of all that is holy,
Don't do it.
get on a channel that we can actually watch you
Oh,
on a
okay.
regular basis.
Oh no, that's a great idea.
Call up Spike TV, call up the Sci-Fi Network,
Yo,
get on a channel that we can see you on a
can
regular
I
basis.
mean, let's talk about it. Can we be for real? Scott Demore, hear me out, please, homeboy. I love you. Can it just, I mean, really think about this. NWA is about to go on the CW. Wow Wrestling is on CW, I think also. Vice, I mean, there's too many options that are on streaming for regular people. Okay, I downloaded the app that you and New Japan are on, and like, with all due respect, that's the only reason I would ever have that app. And I just don't feel like I'm gonna be consistently paying for it. I mean, can you
Hulu.
just make it easier for me, bro? Just go to Hulu. Just go to Hulu. Go to any of the networks that will just let you on Hulu. I mean, come on, bro.
YouTube
Come on,
TV.
bro. Come on. Come on. Don't make me
Yo,
pay $4 to see you every Thursday because you won't go to Hulu.
like you can do it. You can definitely do it. And if you're gonna be TNA again, you need to do it.
You really do, because I really don't want to pay that $4. And I will say all of my opinion, because we're definitely this probably might be like one of the longest ones we did, except for like the Bray Wyatt one. So I'm going to try to end it with my point. My point being, in summation, I think in the moment that I saw the logo, I was like, I think TNA is number 2 again. Like I think, I think in my heart, like it became WWE, Impact / TNA, and then AEW. Because I was like in this, because all right, let's face it, let's really talk about it real quick, and then I'm gonna out of here. How many years was that Slammiversary? How many years ago was that Slammiversary that kind of changed everything? And then you think about how many years, how long in that time people were saying that Impact low key had the most consistent show in wrestling, building consistent new stars, a consistent women's division, a consistent tag division, consistently good storylines, consistently bringing people and only improving them. How many years were they making good on their name again? How many pay-per-views did they exceed expectations? How many times did they put the elders on their back while building new stars? Like, they've earned the name back, bro.
Yeah.
So at that moment for me, it was like, I feel like they're number 2 now. I feel like they're the second best wrestling company going today. Like, they've earned every single bit of it. Every single bit of it. But that's definitely all the time we have. But I mean, what an amazing pay-per-view. Go see, most of the highlights are probably on YouTube. Or get Phila, I think, or Phila, whatever that app is that you have to pay $4 for, that I'm not sure that I'm gonna pay $4 for.
Just save your ladies and gentlemen of the podcast, just save your $4. Get your filler of Bound for Glory on YouTube and watch the highlights over there. Get your filler on YouTube and watch Bound for Glory. But that's it for this pod, ladies and gentlemen. That's Stevie Jobber. I'm Dangerous Duke, and this is The Dark Match.
Booyah.
People have been asking